Senator Kajwang, Moses Otieno.
Taking place. There are reasons behind it, and at this point I want to invite my colleague. We'll start with Senator Kajwang to tell us why the senators belonging to the Azimio One Kenya Alliance have staged a walkout from the chamber.
Well, thank you, Senator Wambua. As Senator Wambua has already introduced, this is the Azimio Senate Parliamentary Group, and this day we had a very important duty of taking our oaths of affirmation and thereafter ensuring that we've got the right leadership that will make Senate truly the upper house of the legislature in Kenya. We have decided not to participate in certain processes that are currently going on in that house for the following reasons. Number one, we have raised serious objections to the clerk who is acting as speaker today on the marginalization and disenfranchisement of nominated senators. As you are aware, nominated senators were gazetted only yesterday in the evening and expected to come to the Senate today to elect a speaker and a deputy speaker. Nominated senators speakers by the IEBC points to a pattern of ensuring that these 20 who largely represent women, youth, and persons with disability are denied their right to participate in the elections in the House today. We have asked the clerk to adjourn the House to allow the nominated senators to put in their applications, and the clerk has dismissed us on a technicality. And we thought that that was not fair, and we felt that all senators are equal. There is no way that the position of deputy speaker can then be reserved through trickery for only the elected senators at the exclusion of nominated senators. Number two, we have also raised issues around the integrity of some of the candidates who presented themselves for the position of the Speaker of the Senate. We cited that the House has previously indicted some of the persons who have placed their applications to be speakers of the Senate. And we needed a declaration and a determination from the clerk whether persons who have been indicted by the House should be eligible to run for the speakership of the House. As you are aware, the former governor for Kilifi, Amason Kingi, is one of the candidates for speakership. When I was the chair of the Public Accounts Committee, I produced several reports that declared Amason Kingi unfit to hold public office. We did many reports that directed the EACC and DCI to commence criminal investigations and proceedings against this particular person. Is that the person we want to sit in Senate that will be oversighting county governments? And I think the third objection that we raised was on the issue of fidelity to the law, particularly to the Political Parties Act. We feel that the clerk did not address the issues that we raised properly. We feel that the clerk was persuaded by the other side, and we feel that today the clerk operated just like Chebukati operated at Bomas. He was in such a rush to make a ruling when we had all the time to dispense with issues, when we had all the time to allow our nominated senators to be part of this process, when we had all the time to investigate and assess the suitability, the integrity and credibility of the candidates who had put themselves before the House. That is why we have decided we are not going to be part of that charade, and I can assure you that this Senate is not going to be an acquiescent Senate. This will be a Senate that will always stand up for the right things. I want to ask the Secretary General of ODM and Senator for Nairobi just to say something.
Thank you very much. Pretty much, pretty much have addressed all the issues that have been canvassed, but one of the things that has also offended us badly as senators is that we are being provided with the curriculum vitae of these people at this particular, moment in time when we are supposed to actually be making that decision on who to elect as the Speaker of the Senate. the problems that have been pointed out by my senior, Okongo Mogeni, with that procedure is that even we who went through the elections had been vetted properly to ensure that we have the proper documentation and qualifications to run for the positions that we were running for. So, for instance, Senator Mogeni has asked the question, have we been supplied with the integrity documentation of these people who want to be speakers of the assembly? Young people looking for jobs out there are even asked to produce letters of from their chiefs, letters from the EACC, letters from the police, certificates of good conduct. But here, somebody who's going to hold a very serious constitutional office cannot dare to produce a certificate from the EACC showing that he is morally fit to hold the office that he's looking for. So those are some of the objections we've raised. And even another issue on compliance with the political parties, somebody has stated himself as a holder of a political office in a political party, a partisan position, and yet he wants to be a state officer. So we have not been given opportunity to interrogate the qualifications and suitability of some of these people presenting themselves to be speaker, and especially our strong objection to the party leader of PAA, you know, because of the questions that have been raised by Honorable Kajwang here, who was the chair of PSC. So at this particular juncture, we don't feel the necessity to sanitize a process that is already fraught with corruption. And I weep for the next 4 years of the Senate, because if this is how we are going to begin, then I can assure you that we are going to have a very difficult time, you know, in this particular Senate. Thank you very much.
So it was some participation, giving the other side a walkthrough with their candidates.
Well, they say it is better to be defeated in honor than to lose, you know, than to win with fraud. So we will have no part of it. We know that to be a speaker who commands the respect of all the senators, you at least have to achieve the threshold of 2/3 of the members. That is what the standing orders and the constitution require. So he is going to be a minority speaker, so to speak, because he will not get the number of senators that is set in order to command the sort of respect that a speaker of a house as honorable as this should command.
And by the way,